Hello, I'm back.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that culture fight.
Yeah, so did I. I ended the stream and I just started again. I'm so sorry. I don't know where all these problems are coming from. So frustrating. Yeah, like my stream looked fine on Streamlabs, but then it said no viewers, and when I went to my Twitch on my phone to check if I was still live, I was not live anymore. It was like, oh, he's offline. So it's got to be a problem with my computer. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for gulping.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just And now culture is a fancy phrase. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that culture.
Let's put on 1176 on the guitar. I don't play with the 1176 very much. Cool. Let's go to the solo.
I'm blue, but the booze is glowing gold. Mop up the mess and no one's clean here. You don't try, you don't try, you don't try. You don't try, you don't try, you don't try. You don't try, you don't try, you don't try. You don't try, don't try, no.
You don't try, don't try, you don't try, no.
You don't try, don't try, don't try. You don't try, don't try, no.
Man, he is so good. Seven, the saxophonist, he's great. All right, let's do a little saxophone work.
Fear is neon on a night sky. Bite.
Not in my music. I did like mix a saxophone for a like a mix competition type situation, relatively recently actually. And I used to have a trumpet player, and so I've mixed trumpet, but it took me a while to figure out how to get the right sound and make it not sound too harsh without Yeah, it just took me a while, but no, not yet. I used to play saxophone. I played flute and I played saxophone. Those were my first instruments. So I liked the saxophone a lot. There was like a weird middle period when I after I played saxophone, when I heard it in modern music for a long time, I was like, man, this is just so cheesy. And I've finally come around and, I found some really cool saxophone. Like I love the saxophone in Dave Matthews Band, saxophonist. There's also this really great Bon Iver concert called Circle with an E because he's a hipster, Cercle, and there's a saxophone in that concert, that Bon Iver concert. It's incredible. I don't remember that, but that is so funny. Gosh. I guess it's kind of coming back to me now. I must have had to fake it. Oh gosh. Yeah. That was a long time ago. I forgot it. I was second chair, which is, I wasn't the best saxophonist in there, but it would have been better if I had had a reed. Every once in a while, yeah, I mean, mine were always breaking, and I was never very prepared. I didn't really think ahead. I'm not a very think ahead kind of person, and that's always been true. And my reeds were always breaking. Because I didn't get very nice reeds. I didn't know the difference. I was in middle school, and I wasn't making any money of my own to buy reeds or make reeds or anything like that. If I would have kept on the reed track, I probably would have eventually gotten to bassoon or oboe, and then it's just better for you to make your own reeds. Even as early as high school, a lot of people start making their own reeds. I never got that far. I just forgot it that day, I bet. I think it's coming back to me a little bit, but my memory is not great. Why is the acoustic so loud in that part? Is the acoustic that loud the whole time? I must have turned this up. I do miss playing saxophone though. For a little while I played baritone saxophone, and that was so cool because I'm a pretty small person. I'm 5'6", and to make that big sound, I don't know if you feel that way about French horn, Nika, but it's really nice to make a big sound. I found I miss that. Baritone saxophone is so cool.
Fear is neon on a night sky.
Yeah, it's such a cool instrument. There's nothing really like it. Oh, Core. Is my computer cool enough to do it. No, let's burn it up. So you should look up Careless Whisper by the Delvon Lamar Organ Trio. So one of Delvon Lamar Organ Trio was a Seattle band. I think they're now in Austin or Nashville or something like that. But the guitarist, his name is Jimmy James, and he's still in Seattle. And they're a funk group, and they do a version of Careless Whisper, but it's the guitarist playing the saxophone line, and it's just so great. You got to check it out because it's funny, but then it's also like, I think it feels like a little bit what it must have felt like when it was first out, you know? I don't know. It's great. Yeah, take the detour. That so much. Yeah, I just like it better that way. Ooh, I wonder what this will sound like with a spring reverb on it. Hello, my love.
Oh, 1 second. Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I just walked in.
Natalie just got home. I do need to do a little compression on it. Yeah, and that's home. But I think that it's okay. I'm live now. Let's do let's do an 1176. I haven't used that a lot. And it'll sort of put the lead guitar and the saxophone in the same world.
I'm blue, but the booze is glowing gold. Mop up the mess, and no one's clean here. We just cry, and the truth is, you don't try, you don't try, you don't try. You don't try, you don't try, no.
Yeah, they're a great group. I've seen them live many times, and it just never gets old. Delvon Lamar Organ Trio is so good. Yeah, I started basically right at 1 o'clock, but it crashed, and it's been 22 minutes since it started up again. All right, sounds good. I love you, Nika.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just
maybe that could be cool.
truth is, maybe it's just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say. And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say. And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say. And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say. And it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that culture fight. Always losing that culture fight. Always losing that culture fight. Losing that culture fight.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I forgot that I'm on stream and you can hear that.
Losing that culture fight.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Losing that culture fight.
I can do that better.
Losing that culture fight. Losing that culture fight.
I can do better.
Losing that culture fight.
I think that'll be alright. Let's see.
Culture fight.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely got to redo that.
Losing that culture fight. losing that culture fight. Ooh, losing that culture fight. Losing that culture fight. Ooh, losing that culture fight. Ooh.
Nope. Ooh, ooh.
Losing that culture fight. Ooh.
Better. That was a little bit better.
He's losing that culture fight.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Culture fight.
Mm, ooh, 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 ooh.
Culture fight.
We've got a frog in the house. How's it going? Let's party. Here we go. I'm doing some harms. Do no harms. Alright, let's see what this rib tea.
Losing that culture fight.
Alright, gotta find a low part now. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Losing that culture fight.
That was bad. Hey, cool. Congrats on changing the strings. Yeah, you should have something, Natalie. we have some stuff. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Losing that culture fight.
Ooh.
Losing that culture fight.
That does not sound very good.
Losing that culture fight.
Ooh.
Losing that culture fight. Losing that culture.
Oh man, awesome, dude. Gosh, free VSTs that are really good. All the ones that I use, I've either paid for or it came with the thing that I paid for. I'm trying to think of what some good free ones are, because there are a lot of really, really great free plugins out there. I just forget about them. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that, Frogoid, my dude. Nothing comes to mind, but I'll think on it. I will definitely think on it. Ooh.
He's losing that culture fight.
Cut it off. Dang it.
He's losing that culture fight.
I think I'm gonna put these further out to the side, and then these two can be a little closer in. That's a Seven Sky, saxophonist extraordinaire. He actually, I was telling Nika and Core earlier, I asked him to do a saxophone solo, and he sent me like 7 takes. He sent me like 7 takes, and what I did is I chopped them up, and I made sort of some internal stuff, you know. So like this beginning part is a great example. This was one of the takes of the solo, and I just spliced it into the beginning. So stuff like that, which I thought was just the coolest, you know. He really liked it when he heard it too, which I was happy about.
Always losing that culture fight. Losing that culture fight.
Yeah, sounds about right. Let's make a harmony bus. Lurk on, move that computer, bro. Do-da-do-dum. Yeah, 7 is so good. He's an extremely talented musician.
Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight.
Ooh. Do-do-do. And then the little micro shift. Man, it's looking pretty good right now, but sorry.
Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight.
Hey! Thanks for gifting that to Colin Brain. Hey, and the alerts are working.
Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight.
That's pretty cool. Thanks, Natalie.
Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight. Culture fight.
Do-da-da-da-doo.
Culture fight. Culture fight.
That's pretty cool. they're in here, you can come get them if you want, Natalie. I don't mind. Totally back, dude. I think you might be the first one to use that since I made it the unlurk command. I think that you actually were the one that inspired me to make one. And then Natalie was like, "Oh yeah, that's like a it's like totally a thing." You can hear a little bit of the bleed.
He's losing that culture fight. He's losing that culture fight.
That's great. Yeah, in Natalie's stream, her mod Arrow has been doing some really interesting things lately. The acoustic is just a little bit too loud. I love it too.
I'm blue, but the booze is glowing gold. Mop up the mess and no one's clean here. We just cry, and the truth is, you don't try, you don't try, you don't try.
Yeah, in due time, man. This is the K47 that I was talking to you about. It's a great microphone. I love it. It sounds mixed and it's not. It's amazing. Yeah. Cannot recommend enough. Hey, Arrow!
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just...
Yeah, whatever mic you have, Arrow, is really good. And I'm a big proponent of well, of it's just different colors, you know. It's of course they could be better, but I mean, what microphone do you have, Arrow?
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, fear.
Yeah, that does not sound like the Yeti. The Yeti was actually my first microphone, and it's a really good starting microphone, but I mean, if your voice sounds that good on the Blue Yeti, like when you do upgrade, it's going to be great. And I would just recommend not going crazy, you know. One of the reasons that I recommend this mic is because it's under $500. It's like, I think it's $325 or something like that. They sound really, really good. And so you certainly don't need a new microphone, but if you are trying to upgrade, there are some really good ones that you can get for under $500. So don't go straight from the Yeti to like the U47. Yeah.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just. Fear is neon on a night. Fear is neon on a night. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just.
Yeah, I mean, it does, like, Frogoid, that microphone sounds great. I mean, when I'm listening to Octavia stream, I mean, it really captures her voice very well. I do think that the K87 is going to be really, really nice on her voice, though. So I'm eager to see if you end up getting that and how it sounds. And yeah, Arrow. So different mics have like different profiles. So a different mic is going to hear certain frequencies better or worse, which is why two mics sound different. And that's mostly affected by the microphone capsule, but it's also affected by the shape. It's affected by the grill. The grill changes especially the high frequencies going into the capsule. And then what type of capsule it is, and like what type of diaphragm it has, how big the opening is, that's going to change the sound quite a bit. So like the Blue Yeti is an entry level condenser, large diaphragm condenser microphone. It's going to sound super different from a dynamic microphone, which is going to be very directional, like an SM58, SM57, any other stage mics, an SM7B. Those are all very, very directional. So with this microphone, I can sort of rotate around it, and it's different. And this, like, getting closer versus getting further away, it changes the sound of the microphone. With the dynamic microphone, it's going to be basically one sound, but it's like, if you're straight on, it's going to hear you, and if you're a little bit off axis, it's going to be totally different. And then, like, you know, whether, like, if you're looking at dynamic microphones or condenser microphones or a ribbon microphone, those are all going to be totally, totally different. And they do pick up different frequencies. So, like, the Blue Yeti works really well for your voice. And what I would do is there's a website called Recording Hacks that has reviews of different microphones, and a lot of them come with like a microphone diagram that says, like, oh, it listens to these frequencies really well, and it doesn't listen to these frequencies so well. And I would go on and see if they have one for the Yeti. I'm sure that they do, but they might not have, like, the graph with it. I like Recording Hacks because it's all using the same scale. You know, every microphone company wants to sell their microphone, right? And so, like, let's say they have a boost in the high end. If they want to make that seem less dramatic, they might make the diagram shorter or smaller in scale and make it sound different. But Recording Hacks, it's all standardized, which I really like.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just.
How do we feel about that vocal sound?
Fear is neon on a night sky.
I still feel like it's a little boxy, a little weird.
Fear is neon on a night sky. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe. Fear is neon on a night sky.
Yeah, and if you ever have any questions, I did a lot of looking up microphones, not the beginning of pandemic, but sort of the middle of it, because I was getting more serious about recording and mixing and things like that. And, you know, I don't know everything for sure. There's so much, and the microphones can be pretty complicated. But if you ever have any questions, I can give you some information and then point you to resources also. So feel free.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just. And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is, always losing that culture fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually that's actually a pretty good microphone. It's an excellent starting microphone because it gives you a chance to look at what you call polar patterns. So a polar pattern just means, like, a cardioid polar pattern mostly picks up right here. It picks up right in the front of the microphone. And an omnidirectional pattern, it picks up all around. And so an omnidirectional microphone, it doesn't have what you call proximity effect. Proximity effect is like if I get closer to the microphone, then suddenly you pick up more bass in my voice, even though I didn't change my voice at all, but its sound is different, and further away you get less and less and less and less of the bassiness of my voice. The proximity effect is actually the thing that I love about cardioid condenser microphones, because you can hear when you're getting closer. Like if you listen to anything by Billie Eilish, you can tell that she's really close to the mic. And one of the ways that you can tell is it's a cardioid microphone and she's really close to it. And so it picks up more of the sort of low resonance in her not very low or resonant voice. So it makes a really interesting sound. Versus an omnidirectional mic, it's like no matter how close you get to it, it's going to pick up the same thing because it's picking it up from all sides. And there's more science behind it, but that's all you really need to know. So I mean, like the Blue Yeti has an omnidirectional option for it. It has a cardioid option. It has a what would you call it, like an hourglass shape. Well, the Blue Yeti has that. That's probably one of the reasons why your voice sounds so good and so rich. Richness of a voice, it really has to do with the lower frequencies in your voice. And the Blue Yeti has options for all of those things. There's a little switch on the front of the Blue Yeti where you can change the polar pattern. Like one of them kind of looks a little bit like a butt. That's the cardioid pattern. One of them looks like a circle, and that's the omnidirectional pattern. Yeah, exactly. So that's the yeah, that's cardioid. You've got it in cardioid. Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why your voice probably sounds so rich, is because you have it set to a cardioid. I would say if you're going to do voiceover and things like that, either an incredibly expensive ribbon microphone, like an old RCA, or an affordable cardioid microphone. Cardioid large diaphragm condenser is going to be what you want to get next.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just...
That's right. Every hour is equipment hour with me.
And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing
Yeah,
that
I would say
culture fight.
It just happens to be microphone stuff with me. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do right now, there's a technique that I've known about for a little while now. Yeah, no worries, Arrow. Lurk on. What I've been wanting to try for a long time is this concept called mid-first mixing. Mid-first mixing just means that like what all speakers have in common is not the low end or the high end where us mixers really like to live. It's actually in the middle. Like if you go into a car, that's going to be, yeah, I bet you do, Core. I'm interested to hear about some of your gear and maybe hear you play sometime. The thing that all speakers have in common, more or less, is the mid-range. It's between 400 hertz and about 12K. Did I put 12K or 10? I might have put 10K. And so the trick with this is to put a high and a low pass filter on your mix bus, and then to just do EQ moves from those frequencies. So now I did that with the voice. I'm going to move on to the acoustic guitar and see if I can get a better sound. Actually, I'll start with the sax because I can hear something kind of funky going on there. Ooh, actually, I know. That's right. Yeah, way better.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why.
I don't think I'm done with the vocals, actually. I lied. I'm a liar.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. But it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. But it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is,
What the hell happened here?
always losing that culture fight. Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. But it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is, fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. But it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is, always losing that culture fight.
Oh, actually, I take it back. I don't want to put that plugin on here. I love the Gear Talk, you guys. I gotta be honest. One of the things on my Discord is a gear page, and only Colin Brain has commented on it. But I'm like, I just love gear. Gear is so great.
Just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that.
What do you think is going to be your next guitar pedal, Colin?
Just
Alright, bass is way too big now. It's a little-
now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always just and now culture is a fancy phrase. Just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that culture fight. Just
Power hungry.
now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says
Yeah.
what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is all. Just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say. I can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is maybe it's just and now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, losing that culture fight. I can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is.
Yeah, Strymon makes some amazing stuff. Colin, have you heard of the company Chase Bliss? They're incredible pedals. Very experimental. They have a really cool reverb called Dark World. I'll send you a video sometime. It's pretty cool. Very weird. Very different. Yeah, they're so cool. Oh my gosh. My old boss is a guitarist, and he had their tremolo pedal, and that thing is advanced. That is the coolest tremolo pedal I've ever seen. Really extraordinary.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, just fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just
Trying that mid-first thing and trying to figure out how to get a better vocal sound.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why. And the truth is, fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is,
Yeah.
maybe it's just.
Yeah, build that massive pedal board, dude. Yeah, Natalie got me a JHS pedal for my birthday, and it is so cool. I'm a huge fan of their videos. JHS is the bomb.
On a night sky, it draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just. And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say.
The Charlie Brown.
And it just soothes.
Not the angry Charlie, just the regular Charlie.
Is always losing that culture fight.
Oh, everything is a little hot. But JHS has a bunch of pedals that I just love. Like their color box. The color box is actually a direct replica of the Neve 1073. So it is a Neve 1073. It's just in a pedal format. And the Colorbox V2, it actually has a microphone in and a microphone out. So like, it's like a, it's a $400 1073, which is, it doesn't exist. It's like less than half the price of a knockoff 1073. It's amazing.
Fear is neon on a night.
Yeah, I'm a fan, in case you cannot tell. I'm crazy about JHS. I think that they're really cool.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is,
Let's go.
maybe it's just
Yeah, I have yet to do a shredding stream, but that's around the corner, you know.
now culture.
Just noodling all day long.
Phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is always losing that culture fight.
Yeah, dude, you definitely do. You gotta do that. Twitch needs you, Frogwood. Listen, Frogwood, look into my eyes. Twitch needs you. Twitch needs you and your incredible guitar playing. So get on it, okay? For the good of the universe.
Losing that culture fight.
Okay, Natalie?
Losing that culture fight. I'm blue, but the booze is glowing gold. Mop up the mess and no one's clean here. We just cry, and the truth is, you don't try,
Dang
you don't try, you don't try.
I'll fix that after stream.
You don't try, you don't try, no.
Dang it. So I must have put like an enter key, which I've been doing a lot of. All right, you guys, I'm going to call it a little bit early because this has been going nice and smooth. And I just want to end on a good note. The last few streams have been so sad. And so I'm gonna play through this one more time, and then we mighty six, we proud few, we band of brothers and Natalie. I'm gonna play through this song and find a raid target, and then we are gonna raid. I did not change anything, and it did crash earlier, and I have no idea why. But since then it's been getting better. That's right. I'm ending it on my own terms. I've only got 2 more songs in this series to do, and then I think I'm gonna. Yeah, Natalie tried some different things. It did crash earlier. And I really don't know why, because it didn't show that it crashed. It was just like, oh, there are 0 followers. But it showed that I was still streaming. And then when I went on to Twitch, that was not true. I was not streaming. And I just restarted it. Anyways, after this, I've only got 2 more songs on this album to mix. And then I think I'm going to do some different things. I might do some composing or arranging. I might do some shredding. One of these things is shredding, and I like to play guitar, and Frogwood, like you said, I gotta do some shredding. So let's give The Truth Is one last listen.
Fear is neon on a night sky. It draws the flies and they can't say why, but it just soothes, and the truth is, maybe it's just...
Hey, the raid call with my emotes that Natalie made.
And now culture is a fancy phrase. It just says what the people do and say, and it just soothes, and the truth is, always losing that culture fight. I'm blue, but the booze is glowing gold. Mop up the mess and no one's clean here, but we just cry, and the truth is, you don't try, you don't try, you don't try. You don't try, you don't try, no.
Cool, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to raid Jory Avner. Be sure to copy that raid call with or without emotes. And we are going to bring our little party and rock this house. Let's do this.
I mean, well, actually, we met the goal, but we just extended the goal to fundraise for making a new album. We didn't meet the goal. We met the goal for one song, basically. But we're fundraising for a new album, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yo, and double raid, Anthony Lee Phillips. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? What is poppin'? Double raid. The Natalie Page. How are you doing? What is up? I don't know you, Anthony Lee Phillips. I don't believe I know you. but I'm going to go and click on your page right now. Oh, Maya. Sorry, my dog is like wagging her tail, and it's like hitting my guitar. Followed. Whoops. Hi, Maya. Anthony is a guitarist, singer, recording engineer, mixer, mastering engineer, and certified chill dude. Nice. I like certified chill dudes. They are my favorite types of dudes. Or people in general. Certified. Oh, it's Natalie's boyfriend. Oh, okay. I do know you then. I've seen you on the stream before. I just forgot. Hoping time is in the queue. We can put it in the queue. Yeah, if you guys would like to request some raid songs. Beyonce. Right. I'm sorry. I'm new. Been streaming, mixing my next album. Nice. Lead guitars. I remember. I've seen. You can shred, man. I have seen you on the Natalie Pages. Not because Natalie Page is someone else. She's a gamer, but the Natalie Pages channel. And I saw you guys doing a bunch of like awesome tunes, the originals, and you were doing